Hey guys, it's August 18th. I wanted to kind of give you a little explanation of what's been going on here. The drama in the peaceful garden hasn't been so peaceful. On Friday, I was pulling some weeds on the patio here and doing some general cleanup, and moved that chair which had a tarp over it at the time, and out came about 4 or 5 honeybees, and boy, they laid into me. I got stung on my ankle because I was wearing short sleeve shirt and shorts at the time, and also got a sting on my knuckle, which, I mean, on a scale of 1 to 10, the pain and at the time and following was probably about a 3 or a 4. So that was Friday evening. The knuckle got so bad I had to take my wedding band off for fear that I would probably cut circulation or something going on with that. So I was able to get that off pretty quick, and it's just about back to normal. Okay, so forward to last night, about 8 o'clock, I decided, okay, I gotta figure out what's going on here and decide how I'm gonna handle these rascals, the killer bees, we'll call them. Well, let's go back one step. 9 o'clock in the morning, my wife decided that, hey, there's some beekeepers in the area, and every once in a while they post on Facebook, and more than happy to come out and take your bees for their own profit, I guess. So we gave one of them a call. Nada, nothing, no response or anything. So about 8 o'clock last night, when things calmed down around here and the bees were doing their sleeping or whatever, I decided to come out and at least get this chair off the patio and unwrapped from this tarp so I could figure out what was going on and to what extent we had a problem. So I came out here about 8 o'clock. I had sweats on and a full length sleeve shirt, and and gloves. So I actually put gloves on after I learned my lesson with the knuckle sting, and went after these guys with my bare hands and a trusty hose. I did a lot of hosing last night to make sure I had it. It's a little bit swollen, but you probably can't tell. It aches a little bit today. So that's the drama in the garden. There wasn't much of a beehive that I could tell, so I don't know if maybe they're in the ground. That's when I came out this morning, it looked like they were flying on top of the patio here, where there's some sand and stuff. So hard to tell. I need to look real close to decide if they're going into the ground. Maybe they have a hive, subterranean hive. I know a couple years ago we had a hive at the base of one of our evergreens in the ground. That was pretty easy to deal with. I just inundated that with water and closed it up. It was dirt, so I just kind of threw some more dirt on it and deconstructed it and kept watering it for a couple of days, and they seemed like they must have went somewhere else. That time I didn't have any bee stings to speak of, like the last couple of days here. I'm probably at 5 or 6 stings at this point. I was hoping that they had relocated themselves this morning, but that does not seem to be the case. We may we may have to resort to some raid or something. I know I have a friend who's also dealing with some bees or wasps at his house, and he's using some type of powder. And the one he has is a hole in the ground, but I hate to resort to that because there could be other animals that get caught up into that stuff. And I know too, and he also mentioned it in his email this morning, that he had either like a raccoon or a skunk come in and start digging the hole that he had closed up in his backyard, and there was a lot of residue of that powder around. And I know when I had mine, I think the raccoons dug it up too in search of maybe the honeycomb or something and some good eating. But so yeah, we got a lot of raccoons around here, chipmunks, and some squirrels, a lot of doves, birds. So I hate to resort to dusting because that's just going to sit there for at least a week or so, and other animals could suffer some adverse reactions. So that's where we're at today in the wonderful garden. Not so peaceful, a little bit of drama. They don't seem to bother you when we're, picking. They're just, kind of being protective of their home here. They're homies. Yeah, that's it. Homie bees. So just thought I would film a little bit and explain what's going on here in the quote-unquote peaceful garden. Yeah, so much for that. Okay, I'm going to give my final update. I just gave that area on the patio a nice watering with some water and kind of dispersed them a little bit, but I still see them kind of flying around here. And I did see a bigger bee, which probably the queen bee. I don't know where she went, but I did see that lingering around. Right now they seem to be flying around one of our artificial owls we have here. But so I just wanted to give you a final update before I go ahead and get this video uploaded. And I thought I'd end with a good joke. It's, how do you tell a killer bee from a normal bee? Does anyone have an idea how you tell a killer bee from a normal bee? It's pretty easy. Pretty easy. The killer bee has armies. Okay, I hope you got a chuckle out of that. That's my stupid joke for the day. Maybe we'll have some more of these as we create videos for you YouTubers. So I hope you enjoy my turmoil in the garden here. Maybe that's what we'll call it. And, it's just like the rumble in the jungle, Ali and Frazier, I believe. I don't know. Maybe it was another guy, but I think it was Ali and Frazier. Rumble in the jungle. Arrgh. Okay, have a good morning, and we will talk to you guys later.
Over? Did you say over? Nothing is over until we decide it is. Was it over when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor? Hell no!
German? Forget it, he's rolling.
It ain't over now. Because when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Who's with me? Let's go! Come on!